On this episode of Bucks County Paranormal Investigations, the team travels to Elkhorn, Wisconsin to investigate the Beast of Bray Road. Eric Mintel, Ellen Collins, and Dominic Sattele descend on the farm of Lee Hampel. What they were about to discover will shock and amaze you. Bucks County Paranormal Investigations tackles the Beast of Bray Road. My name is Eric Mintel. By night, I'm a professional jazz musician, but by even later at night, I investigate the paranormal. I, along with my team at Bucks County Paranormal Investigations, travel the country investigating all things paranormal. This is Bucks County Paranormal Investigations. They say myths, monsters, and legends have invaded our conscience since the beginning of time. Folklore? Maybe. But I always say there's a bit of truth to the folklore surrounding these creepy cryptids and paranormal primordials. The following events in this story are true, whether you believe them or not. October 2nd, Dominic Sattele and I arrived in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and met up with Bucks County Paranormal Investigations Wisconsin branch researcher, Ellen Collins.
I've been investigating the Beast of Bray Road for years. Ever since first hearing about the Beast of Bray Road in the 90s, eyewitness reports and evidence leads my research to believe that there is some monster here in Elkhorn.
Our first stop was the Matheson Memorial Library in Elkhorn. We needed to know exactly what we were up against.
It seemed to have a neo-human voice. The creature had long fingers and claws, but the thumb and forefinger were shriveled in comparison to the other digits, giving it a three-fingered appearance. No tail, pointed ears, canine-like teeth, a muzzle-like nose, looking somewhere between a dog and an ape.
As we continued to dig deeper, a pattern emerged. Story after story after story, all describing the same creature. What did we stumble into? After the library and driving down Bray Road, we made our way over to Lee Hampel's farm. But before we did, we had to stop and see this incredible carving of the beast. So here again, this is how popular the Beast of Bray Road is. I mean, look at this unbelievable sculpture right in this gentleman's front yard. The Beast of Bray Road is alive and well right here in Elkhorn. We headed to Lee Hampel's farm and met with our first witness, Lee's brother, Fred Hampel.
Yeah, my involvement with the property was, we had bought the property through my mom's estate for Leroy to make hay on. And I think Lee, as he's called up here, his brother always called him Leroy, but anyway, that's what I called him. So he was up here and he's making hay with some of the local farmers. And in that process, they told him that the back of his property was where the creature lived. He inquired some more, and it was supposed to be a wolf-like thing that walked on two legs, that the people had seen it. And so that night he called me up and he said, Fred, there's something crazy in this land. And so we talked more, and like I said, I talked about Wisconsin being a home of alcohol, so I figured alcohol was involved in this. So, but he said, no, they're all straight. Two or three of them said they saw it, and they said the neighbor lady saw it in the road eating a raccoon, holding it up and eating it. I said, well, heck, then if there's eating a raccoon, I said, I got the game camera. I'll bring the game camera up. We'll put it along your fence line. This is a week. We'll have a picture of whatever it is. And I said, I thought it was a wolverine. That'd be the unusual animal for people to see here. You know, they wouldn't know what it was. So I thought, okay, that's what it's going to be. So I brought up the game camera, and he found a raccoon. We put it along the back fence line. About 3 or 4 days later, he called me up and said, Fred, your camera's no good. I said, well, it's old, but I think it's always worked. What's wrong with it? He says, the raccoon has moved all over, and there's no pictures. I said, well, I don't know how there could be no pictures. I said, did you have it aimed where the raccoon? Yeah, I checked and everything. He said, I got a picture of the raccoon. I got a picture of me putting it up. But he said, there's no pictures of anything. And the raccoon's moved 8 feet. You know, and so we went through that little process. And then I says, we tried again. And I think he got a badger and tried a badger. And the same thing happened. So I said, well, why don't you just put the game camera down in the corner someplace else, just see what goes there. So he put it down in the far corner. And it took fine pictures, you know, and everything. And that's the first time I saw a track that was unusual. I actually saw a square track, and just like 2 of them, in the dirt when we were out looking at the camera. I said, what's this? And we both look at it, and it doesn't make sense to us because it doesn't have any foot pattern to it.
I have a biology degree and I study animals, and I study
the tapetum in the back of the eye. Which in wolves is usually yellow or orange, or any cat is either green or yellow. So it's amazing to me how something would have a tapetum in the back of the eye that would actually glow orange. What type of species is that?
When Lee's seen it, and I've heard it from other people, it looks like it's internally generated, which is, now there's another phenomena that,
yeah, that,
you know,
that
from the
couldn't
eyes
occur
that-
if it was just a normal animal, because the only time you can actually see the tapetum is when a light flashes on it.
right. And Leroy said as the thing moved from the road where he saw it out in the field right down here, you
And
know.
the eyes never changed
No,
color.
he said they didn't. They're the same power reflection. And I went from being like, there's nothing to this, to, I really feel there's a phenomena here.
This is something entirely new to me, hunting tracks and looking for a beast. I mean, I've been out and I've looked for Bigfoot, but this is something entirely different. So tonight we're gonna do the investigation. It was great having Fred. Can't wait to meet Lee and get more information.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, Fred's testimony is unbelievable. I mean, just to be here on site is absolutely amazing. I mean, this goes for miles around here. So, you know, I can't wait to get on this investigation tonight, and just the red glowing eyes, that to me is fascinating, but also the electronic disturbances, we definitely have to check that out tonight. So we will definitely be on high alert for sure, but we've got a lot of work to do.
I am so happy that I am on this investigation, and I'll tell you what, tonight, if we find something, we are getting on the damn radio.
Looking for a vacation home? Look no further. Will Nicholson of Tomlinson Sotheby's has just what you're looking for. World-class entertainment at Schweitzer Mountain or water sports at Lake Pend Oreille, Idaho has it all. Fresh powder skiing, live music, multiple restaurants, and downhill biking in the summer. And, if you're lucky enough, you might spot Bigfoot. He loves it here. Give Will a call today. Sunday, October 3rd, the team meets Lee Hampel.
Lee Hampel's hayfield in southern Wisconsin. And I've had several sightings of the Beast of Bray Road on my property here over the last 4 years.
Lee fired up the tractor, Dominic and I got on the four-wheelers, Ellen behind us in the truck, and Scott working the drone. Lee took us down to the area where he's had most of the activity on the farm. So Lee, how long have you been farming on this property?
I bought the property in 2007, but I didn't farm here until 2011.
You're not a farmer by trade. You come from a different background.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I was a farmer. I grew up on a farm by Sycamore, Illinois. And then I went to college and I was a math teacher 35 years in Wakanda, Illinois. So my profession was a math teacher.
Well, Lee, I've lived in Sun Prairie for a long time, and this story goes back as far as I can remember.
I bought the property in 2007. I didn't come up here to farm until 2011. Knew nothing about the werewolf or the Beast of Bray Road till 2013.
So you came through it, you came at it as the scholar side, wanting the evidence and proof that this is happening.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can see how tall the grass is.
Mm-hmm.
So I went like this and I dropped it like that into the grass. 2 days later I come back and I look in there like this and it's cut open and all the innards are out. The only thing that can do this is a hawk. A hawk could go in, maybe fly in. Now he would have had to fly under some branches and then go in like this because there was no passageway in it. All the grass was still 3 feet tall.
A lot of your birds of prey, they want fresh. They want it live, capture it. They don't want a dead animal.
Right.
They won't pick it up. They'll just eat it where it's at.
But the thing
they're
is,
big.
the grass was not disturbed, and
No, the grass was not
That's
disturbed.
the whole thing right there. If the grass is not disturbed, what is something's got to be physically putting it down there or picking it up.
The only way that that's possible is for something with hands and standing upright.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
the only way. I didn't have any cameras out or anything. So Okay, so I going about my business. A couple days later, I come back, and here the raccoon is laying 15 feet away in a little pile.
15 feet away from where you dropped him
Yeah,
off?
from the hole. So I walk over, and here's this nest, or what you call it. All the grass is still 3 feet tall. There's nothing gone in there.
Wow.
So right away, really strange things started happening.
Strange lights in the woods. A single set of tracks suddenly morphing into two. A possible hairy hominid caught on camera. A strange mist and strange orbs seen on the property.
My brother Fred built this as an experiment, so I put raccoons in here, and if something takes it out, I know it's not, because the raccoons get carried away by the coyotes. So I thought, well, I'll put a raccoon in here. If it gets carried away, it's not going to be coyotes. So far, this experiment the raccoon has stayed there, and the last
Anything
3
on the
weeks.
trail cam? Anything on the trail cam with
No,
this?
nothing has come. Nothing is not even. Nobody's come over by this barrel.
So here was the other theory about your property was, could this be some kind of portal? You know, we were talking about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Could it be? You absolutely believe that?
I have pictures of portals.
And we had some problems yesterday. Scott was doing some drone footage, and all of a sudden something happened electrically that he couldn't find us.
10 minutes into it, I was flying right over y'all, trying to get a little bit more of a shot, and boom, didn't know where I was. I had to like find my way around. I thought y'all were hitting that gap right there, so I went there. When I came out, I'm like, where the heck are y'all? So I finally caught up to y'all, but yeah, that was different, yeah.
Now, you know, I come up from Illinois and I approach it from a scientific point of method. I have evidence, and I want to see it talked about, because there is a bipedal, and we'll say this very firmly, a bipedal 6.5 to 7 feet tall dog man walking around on my farm.
Lee's telling us so many things here. It's just blowing my mind. I mean, you know, the evidence that he's got on the trail cams is one thing, but to actually be here on site and actually have Lee talking to us about his own experiences is unbelievable.
Before we left to go meet with more witnesses, we baited the area with steak bones we had the night before. As we drove back, one thought kept going through my mind. Was baiting the area with steak bones a good or bad idea? We would find out later when we did the investigation that night. Next, we met with paranormal researcher Donna Fink, leader of the Southern Wisconsin Wild Ones, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, and the Beast of Bray Road Facebook page.
So Donna, tell us any experiences that you've had over the years with your research and what your research has kind of led you to believe what's going on here.
I've come fully to believe that the beast exists. You could call him a dog man, and he's been seen a lot in Walworth County, but also in southern Wisconsin in general.
So Donna, I have a question for you. Do you think there's more than just one?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think it's a pack?
Katie Zahn had her sighting of 3 dogmen kneeling, using their cupped hands, drinking water from Sugar River.
Most of the sightings have been like right around here, and Lee's farm is only like maybe 2/10 of a mile away here.
Fellow researcher Diane told us about her experience with the dog man.
When we were sitting in our car behind Lee's barn, and I wasn't expecting anything, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think, and I just happened to look in the side view mirror, and a shadow passed right behind the car, a big shadow I saw go right around behind the car. I looked in one side view mirror, looked in the other side view mirror, and there was nothing there, and we looked behind the car. Don't know what it was, but it was interesting that it was there, and it was very apparently there, but then it was gone.
We're going over to Lee's tonight,
Okay.
so wish us luck.
Oh, I do.
Because
I do,
we
absolutely.
are going to be in a really very dangerous area. Thank you so much for
Thank
all
you.
of your info.
Thank you.
And for all your work that you're doing in getting the word out there too.
I hope you guys have a lot of luck and a lot of fun.
We went into town for dinner, but as we did, we were stopped by people that told us their own stories about seeing the Beast of Bray Road.
And when we were driving, all of a sudden we seen this big kind of black thing running like really quick. And I'm like, what is that? We're both like, what is that thing? And so then we both kind of said, well, I don't know what that is. And then we both said, do you think that's the Beast of Bray Road? And that was basically it.
And she came home and she's like, wow. She's like, we may have seen it, you know.
Right. So I can't
So,
be sure. I just know that.
Right.
We thought it was, and it was something we couldn't identify.
We then received a call from a gentleman who had a very recent encounter of the beast with a coworker just days before this call.
He exited the vehicle first. I was driving that day, so he got out. He had his equipment on that he needed to have on. He got out, and when he opened the door, we heard this. He describes it as just a loud growl. I thought it sounded more like a growl and a yell combined. It was just a deep monotone, sound that it kept going. So if you were to take like a wild pig sound almost and make it monotone so it doesn't pitch, that's almost what we heard.
Shanghai jazz has been a staple of gourmet cuisine and incredible live jazz for over 20 years. Owner Tom Donahoe has created an atmosphere where good food and good friends can gather for an unforgettable culinary and musical experience. And don't forget to check out the new Encore Lounge downstairs. Choose from a variety of drinks and wait for the show to begin. Shanghai Jazz, your destination for jazz. Back at the farm, Lee continued to show us pictures of very strange anomalies, including a possible picture of the Beast of Bray Road on Lee's property, more strange orbs in the sky, unusual hair samples, unusual in the fact that when under the microscope, they were absent of the medulla. Ellen is a seasoned researcher, but Dominic was visibly concerned.
What the hell did you get me into, Mintel?
This is totally out of Dominic's wheelhouse. I mean, he's a spirit medium, and he's used to going into places and feeling that energy. This is a whole nother situation. Now, we've got orbs in the field. We've got some kind of weird electronic energy that we're going to check out tonight. We're already losing daylight. Well, Lee, I want to tell you, thank you so much, man.
Well,
you have given us so much information. Our minds are blown. And if it's okay with you, we'd like to do a night investigation in the field back there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to give you a full report in the morning.
Okay.
And again, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, good luck, you guys out there.
To see me and more of my team, visit us on Amazon Fire TV, through Princeton Television, and also on Facebook.com.
And don't forget, we have merch.
Bucks County Paranormal Investigations now streaming on these following services. Right away, Scott was having electronic difficulties.
The GoPro would not connect. Again, we're having this electronic problems out here. So what happened? Or it's not connecting?
I came out, turned it on, and connected my phone to it. It was unable to connect to it the first couple times. It's connected, but it won't let me enable the preview, and it won't let me record from here.
So we still have the bait. The bait is still here. It's right there in the trap. So guys, I'm glad we're out here. We're right out to where Lee's, where the barrel is and where he's been getting a lot of activity here, man. I mean, what he just showed us just blew my mind. So Ellen, I'm gonna give you this. This is what we do here at Bucks County Paranormal Investigations. Take this radio, take this flashlight, okay? And now if you see or hear anything, get on the damn radio. But we're gonna stick together, okay? Are you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
Are you okay?
I am okay.
Okay, good.
At least somebody is.
We no sooner started the investigation when Dominic brought to our attention a bright light in the night sky.
What the hell is that, Eric?
What, that up there? Yeah, really.
Is that a plane?
I don't know.
No, it's not a plane because you would be able to see
it. It would be flashing.
I think we got something, Scott. Check that out. Can you get up there at all? I mean, I hear it. It sounds like it, but...
No, it's moving too fast and it's getting closer.
Can you hear it? Can you see that? I think you got it. The red dot, yeah.
Because this over here is a plane.
Well, look that's flashing over there. See? This is flashing.
That's a plane.
There's no flashing lights.
Flashing
what the hell is that?
Okay, so that's flashing over there, red.
But this one is not.
This one is not. This is a solid
That's a plane, that's a plane, there's a plane over here. That is just solid lights going away from us.
Well, actually, it was getting brighter.
Holy moly,
Now it's
that's
gone.
really gone. Well, look at that. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. There's something there.
Are you hearing this howl?
I am hearing this howl. It's coming from over that way.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
That's getting closer.
Did you hear it? That was unbelievable. That's out here.
Okay. first
Dom,
it was in the distance,
where
I'm
are
right
you?
behind you.
And now it was closer. So,
Shine the light that way.
I'm looking for
If we see anything, we'll see eyes with that
yeah.
light.
Keep a look at over here.
I'm going to look back here because...
Scott, did you hear that?
Oh yeah. I could have swore I heard a rustling as well.
You want me to enter back?
No. Okay, so no sooner have we been out here. Did you heard that?
Oh, I heard
We
it.
all heard it.
I heard that.
Scott, you heard that too.
This was the same sound our anonymous witness reported to us.
We heard this deep monotone sound that it kept going. So if you were to take like a wild pig sound almost and make it monotone so it doesn't pitch, that's almost what we heard.
So there's definitely something out here, man. I mean, maybe we should have used that, what do you call it? The
flare gun.
The flare, yeah. Okay, so here we are. No sooner out here 5 minutes, we just heard what was not a coyote.
That was definitely not a coyote.
Oh, shit.
Suddenly, I noticed a mist starting to form around us.
Oh, look at the mist. Look at the mist coming up. See it?
At the same time I noticed the mist, I also noticed our wireless mic started cutting in and out.
It's starting to mist up here. So earlier what we did, we baited that area that Lee has been getting a lot of activity in. We baited it with a stake bone, and the bone is still there. Scott has a GoPro on that area, so we're going to catch anything that's been in there, in and out of there. We just heard this weird sound. We're not hearing anything now. Dom and Ellen are looking for eye shine, and so far we've been out here 10 minutes and it's been unbelievable. So we got a little bit more work to do.
We're out here, we just heard this howling. We saw something in the sky. I'm just glad Eric didn't decide to split the team up this time.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever heard, man. And it can't be a...
Shh. Rustling. I'm hearing rustling over there.
Whatever that was right over here.
It was in this area.
About the same time Dominic heard the rustling, you can clearly see eye shine across the field from us. Clearly something was stalking us.
I'll tell you what, I mean, we've only been out here 10 minutes. And just the weirdest thing. That was weird. That was really weird.
That was really weird. There was more than one.
There was more than one.
Yes.
But you can't deny that that was not there.
Oh no,
it was there.
It was there.
Lee has got a monster on his property. There's
Oh, yeah.
no doubt about it. So Scott, I know you were having the problems with the GoPro.
Yeah.
But what about that howl? I mean, you heard it as plain as we did.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It sent chills right down my spine.
And I got to tell you, man, I'm getting a real uneasy feeling about being out here. And I usually don't say that. I'm usually one to say, hey, let's go for it. But again, your safety, everyone's safety here is more important than an investigation. So I say we get on those four-wheelers and get out of here and leave it alone.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's beat feet out of here and get out of here.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
I couldn't agree more.
All right, let's go.
Shaken to the core and trying to wrap our heads around what just happened, we carefully made our way back to Lee's barn. Back at the hotel, we sat down and recapped the whole night.
There was two creatures there.
Oh yeah, definitely. It sounded like a male and a female.
And the one was moving closer. The second howl was much closer, so they were moving in on us.
But
Just to hear that howl,
boom, boom, and then boom.
yeah, that was a trifecta of paranormal activity.
Yeah.
We hit it all tonight.
I was blown
We
away.
hit it all within, as soon as we walked
Within
out
like
there.
10 minutes.
Within
we hit
10 minutes.
everything. And, I feel and sense things, but, I don't get freaked out by that. This freaked the hell out
Yeah,
of me.
you and me both, bro. So, hey, listen, great investigation.
Great investigation.
Incredible, man, incredible. I am so glad everybody's safe. Again, Scott did a phenomenal job, but let's go get some rest.
Oh,
All right?
yeah.
I agree.
All right.
Hey guys, I was at the site this morning and the bones are gone.